Hi, Pisces. Welcome to your July reading. Thanks for your patience in getting this reading out. I know that we're late. I know it's after the eclipse, but we really had to see what that eclipse was going to do for you before we got into these cards. Because the perspective of how you identify with the world and humanity and all of that good stuff is front and center. And so allowing yourself to feel the way that eclipse nourished you. I know it was kind of tough, but seeing how you've changed and how you're placing yourself into the world because of this change, that's going to be huge for you going forward, because we're sort of stepping into a new portal, like a new paradigm of energy. This whole new era is happening, and you're preparing yourself to be ready for it. It's not just about the individual anymore. It's about the collective. And you recognize that and how you can be a part of that. Okay, let's see if we have any other cards that, oop, there is one more that wants to come out. Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups and we have the King of Cups. So you're showing up pretty strongly there. And we have the Sun. Bottom row, we have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Wands. Sorry, I did that really fast. We have the Queen of Wands and we have the Hermit. So the Ace of Cups for me is always about self-care. It's about becoming so aware of what we need in our lives, that we fill our own cups up first before we start giving away all of our love, emotion, safety, security, all of that stuff to anybody else. So the Ace of Cups with the King of Cups and the Sun at the top of the deck, or the top of the reading, is really highlighting the ways that you've allowed yourself to heal, and recognizing that there is that light at the end of the tunnel. There is that sense of independence. There is that sense of being able to stand up for yourself. There could be a fire sign or even a Virgo, could be a Leo or a Virgo that you're dealing with, but with the Nine of Pentacles here, it's almost as if, even if this person doesn't directly show up in your life, or you're not getting what you need from this person right now, whether it is a Leo, a Virgo, or another fire sign, depending on what's happening, it's almost as if you're, and I don't want to use the phrase that you don't care, because I don't think that it's that you don't care. You're allowing yourself to detach from the outcome. You know that what you've created in your life is what you need in order to feel good about yourself, not just necessarily for survival, but to live too, and to actually enjoy that. And allowing yourself to see how far you've come there. It's almost as if the detachment, because the Hermit card, this person detaches very easily. So you may be taking cues from your opposite sign, from the sign just opposite of you, taking cues from them on how to detach yourself from emotional triggers, if you will. So and this eclipse is probably really highlighted where you needed to create that emotional detachment from particular people. So, oh yeah, because you're in this phase where you're like, I'm going to manifest everything that I want and desire in my life. And I'm going to do it whether you like it or not, whoever you, quote unquote, whoever you would be in your life, whether that's a family member, whether it's children, whether it's a lover, whoever that is for you. But the Magician on the Ace of Cups, now this again could be a Virgo, could also be a Gemini in your life, but and somebody who is also helping you with that self-care or helping guide you through the self-care. But with that Magician energy, being able to manifest these kinds of things in your life where you're feeling better than you ever have in the middle of what's going on in the world, can kind of be like one of those situations where you sort of question yourself, am I really supposed to be feeling this good? Am I really supposed to be doing this well? Because a lot of people aren't. There are a lot of people, and hopefully you are one of the people that you're starting to feel really good about your path and really good about your journey and the direction that you're going in, and knowing that you don't need anybody else to quote unquote complete you in your life, but allowing yourself to see where it's like the awareness, the self-awareness is so high that you're able to fill up your own cup before giving it to someone else. And it all stemmed from, we have to go through those shadowy parts of ourselves. We have to go through those shadowy phases in our life sometimes to see where our worth stems from. Our worth is guided by feeling like we have that sort of lack mentality, and then being able to overcome it, being able to excuse me, it's Mercury retrograde. Being able to overcome that sense of lack. Now, if you are sort of having some financial hiccups right now, I do, and again, a lot of people are, but you're still kind of feeling, it's like you're feeling really good for the prospect of what's coming. The Five of Pentacles can also make you sort of feel like it could be that this Leo or Virgo energy is putting you out. That's the way that I want to say that, is putting you out. But again, the healing is within that sense of not being good enough, or not feeling like you have everything that you need to be able to accomplish what you want to accomplish. Oh yeah. See, it's always the darkest before the dawn. And I know that sounds really cliche, but it's interesting because as I do my own sort of shadow work during this time, you get a sense of where you were allowing yourself to be lacking on the inside. So that Ten of Swords on the Sun, things can shift very, very quickly right now. It almost feels like time doesn't necessarily exist. And there are a lot of things that are one day everything is fine, and the next day it feels like everything is sort of falling apart. And that's kind of on brand, if you will, for what's going on in the energy right now. So having that lack mentality, kind of like up and down roller coaster emotional thing, could really be something that you're in the middle of right now. And if that's the case, and if somebody else triggered you to cause you into that, I want you to come back to the place where you were in this Magician and Ace of Cups, where you're realizing that people and things and situations, this energy is making everything fall away. This energy is showing you and guiding you who is for you and who's against you. And the harder and the longer and the faster and the deeper that we hold on to something or someone or a situation, the more uncomfortable we become with it. And so if you do feel like things are sort of falling away really fast and you're not, I mean, it's kind of like, oh my gosh, I'm not entirely sure of how I'm supposed to be feeling about all of this. when things start falling away like that, you have to come back to a sense of yourself, and you have to come back to that sense of knowing that what is for you will be attracted to you. I know that that sounds a little kitschy, if you will. And it doesn't necessarily stem from the love and light of everything. It actually stems from the shadow side of everything. Because we can't have the love and light without feeling the shadowy parts of ourselves. We can't have that. Like, the lightness is born from the dark. And that's when we have to recognize when things aren't going so well, or it feels like everything could just slip out of your hands in a hot second. We have to remember that, oh wow, this too is a lesson. And so we have the Queen of Pentacles on the Nine of Pentacles. So again, you could be dealing with a Virgo energy, maybe somebody who has earth and fire in your chart. But there's just this sense from you guys of wanting to be stable, and wanting to be stable in a world that is a little bit upside down, a little bit upside down, a whole lot upside down right now. It feels like you might even be coming together with somebody to start creating and manifesting some new things in your life, which I really, really like to see. The Seven of Pentacles on the Queen of Wands. It's almost as if you're having to rebuild or like I literally want to say replant, like re-garden. If you had to pick everything up just recently and move, or you had to kind of start all over in a relationship, or, you know, there feels like there's something that had to completely be washed away in order for you to find that light at the end of the tunnel. Let's see what this Hermit is. The Hermit energy is about, you know, it's the wise teacher. It's the person that, or, you know, it's you being the person that takes the small lantern and goes all the way up to the top of the mountain and gets all of that information directly from source, brings it back down, and then teaches all the people. That's what the Hermit provides for us. Bottom of the deck is the Lover's card. You have to make a decision about this, Virgo. It's time. And see, here's the thing, Pisces. Whether you're making a decision about the Virgo, the Gemini, because this could also be Gemini energy, or the Leo, or whatever fire sign, earth sign, air sign, whatever. Whoever you're making this, whatever this decision is, that Judgment card on the Two of Pentacles is like, the longer you vacillate, the longer you stay in a situation of trying to figure out what to do. I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to do. The longer you sit there and you allow yourself to vacillate with that, the harder it's going to be down the road to make that decision. And so allowing yourself to say, okay, because that energy that you're holding on to, that vacillating back and forth kind of energy that you're holding on to, is creating the blockage. That's what's creating the difficulty in moving forward for you. The feeling like nothing is ever going to feel right. The feeling of nothing is ever going to be 100% put together. It's because you're holding on to an idea and not making the decision. And with that Judgment card and Two of Pentacles, it feels like it's really time for you to stop distracting yourself. Stop distracting yourself and make the decision. Bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers and the Knight of Cups. Woof. The Five of Cups and the Page of Wands. And then we have the King of Pentacles, Earth energy here. See, and here's the thing, is wondering if you should approach somebody, but being afraid that if you do, of what's going to happen. That's not necessarily because you're not living in the present moment right now when it comes to wanting to approach somebody, because it feels like either you want to make an offer to somebody or you want an offer to come from somebody, right? But the Five of Cups with the Page of Wands, that's telling me that you're focusing on how things didn't go well in the past. Or you're focusing on how it always seems to feel like it just doesn't work out. So what? It feels like, why should I try? Fives are that lack mentality. And we have the Five of Pentacles and we have the Five of Cups. So are you putting yourself out? Are you not even putting yourself out there to see if something could happen? Are you looking at this from a standpoint of it's never worked out in the past, so why would I think that it would work out now? Because that's the blockage, right? So now it's time for you to allow yourself to take a chance. The Lovers isn't necessarily just about a relationship either. The Lovers is about your divine masculine and divine feminine, with your masculine and feminine energy within yourself coming into alignment. You see? It's very interesting because I feel like you want to manifest something with somebody and you're like, Betsy, I've really been trying to do the self-love, and I've really been trying to grow and prosper and manifest a future, for just myself. And now I'm seeing that I really want to forge ahead in relationships or start something new or manifest something new into my life. But am I ready? There's this fear of not really sure if you're ready or if you want to put yourself out there quite yet. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Pisces. If there's even a small amount of doubt right now of putting yourself out there, there's something else that you're not catching when it comes to the healing process. There's something else that needs to be seen, right? There's something else that you need to let go of in order to move forward. And whether that means you have to let go of a sense of who you truly are, who you thought you were, and now having to move into a different space and knowing that what you want and what you thought you wanted are two completely different things. Because you know that you want something different now, Pisces. You 100% know you want something different. But if you keep vacillating and saying, but this is what I'm expected of, or this is what I've always expected of myself, and now I'm having different feelings towards that. Now I'm feeling, all these, it's almost like you're recognizing that if you continue to have the same expectations of yourself from the past, you're not going to get anywhere in the future. Does that make sense? I hope so. All right, guys. So come join us on the memberships. They're really amazing. We do mid-month love readings. We are hanging out on Discord. And yeah, lots of stuff on the memberships. The members get spoiled because there's like daily stuff that goes on over there. So join us if you would like to. I do have a few personal reading spots available for July still, if you'd like to get in a personal reading. I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful July. I know things are a little weird in the world right now, but I think that things are changing rapidly. So we'll see how it goes. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys really soon. Bye.